In a courtroom bright and bold, and he marks the stories he told. With a finger pointed high, he's the ace, the reason why. Through objections loud and clear, truth and justice always here. From the witness stand to the judge's chair, and he's ready beyond compare. And he marks in Phoenix Wright, fight for truth with all his might. Meet a spirit and mind up by his side. Together they'll turn the tide. He's defending the accused, while baby Gumshoe is confused. Solve the case, bring the truth to light with Andy Marks and Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright.
We're starting day 3 of trial. One second. Just texting my good friend Dustin. Thank you for posting the link, Mr. Moonlight. Much appreciated. So, let's take a sip of agua. I thought I was watching the Annie Mark show, not the gun show. You know, sometimes you gotta have them out, you know. But a court is in session. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently, the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge anyway? Who is the judge here anyway? Excuse me. How you doing, Mr. Darkwing? I hope your day is going well. We literally just started, so you didn't miss much. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the Pirates of the Caribbean watch party if you're interested. We're going to be doing that at 1 tomorrow. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction? Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. They're just putting the pressure on early, huh? Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? Yeah, he's a fucking judge. It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. This guy's Eepy. Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant What Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I are also Red Boots. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. So I haven't heard who this old guy is. Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. He's playing us. What do you mean? My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you said? Yes, but the incident in the question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Save. You always gotta save. Objection. What? There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now. Yes. Mr. Wright? Yeah, cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. What a dummy. Okay, let's see. I have to look at the evidence again. I guess we should just press everything. Screw your prediction, Von Karma. Right? Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. Of course. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see? Continue. That's a little suspect. Boat shop caretaker. I don't want to. Let me see. Well, we should just press everything. Is there someone who could verify that? Well, I guess probably could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Kathy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. And where did the bang seem to come from? This witness is getting on my fucking nerves. From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. He's always there to, like, make sure that there's no inconsistencies. This guy's good. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yup. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yup. At the time, that is... At the time. Ah, what up, Steve? Court's in session. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yup. That's what Lada said in her testimony yesterday. It's about then the boat comes easy. Macro-managing the witness and judge. Oh yeah. By your window? Yup, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. That man was the defendant. Oh, excuse me. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. I wasn't trying to press A. I was trying to press that last statement. Are you sure? Dad? Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy! This sounds like a decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick, or this trial's gonna be over. Your Honor? We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired the gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You're ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. Your Honor, the witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I could do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. What did I miss here? Have you been in a car accident? Are you a victim of predatory advertising practices? Has someone recently forced you to eat Florida pizza against your will? Call 212 AMS Laws. The law offices of Andy, Mark, and Show will get you the justice you deserve. Fucking love to see it. Cheers to that. I love how it's not the law offices of Andy and Mark's. It's the law offices of Andy, Mark, and Show. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. This court seems no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court Huh? Did I miss something? Did I miss something here? One second, let me reload this. Hold up. Did I miss something here? Your Honor, we proved in your... Okay, so we got that. This feels like a fake out death. I definitely reloaded it, like, just to kinda... Okay, we got this. We already saw this. Raise an objection. Objection! Okay, we read all this. Interesting. Wait a minute. Quick BRB. Yeah, do your thing. I feel like this is a fake out death. I think we're getting a fake out death here, guys. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait! Who was that just now? Me? Huh? What? Larry! Larry! Let's go! Larry? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Harry butts for the save. Order! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something. Something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Hairy butts, baby. Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us a final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it's our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Let's go! Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now! What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. What a fucking twist. I forgot about Larry. Guys. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When we fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Could have been a bigger twist. Edgeworth also could have been part of the Mafia. That's true. That's very true. Right. Yeah. This might be our chance. Our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses. Perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let somebody he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? Come on, Phoenix. It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Maybe Larry's in the Mafia. Before I start, let me just double check. One second, actually. Never mind, my clothes are still washing. I'm gonna have to put my clothes in the dryer in a little bit.
court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right. Leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma looks kind of nervous. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it, so I quietly slipped the boat back in at that rental shop dock. And then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out at the lake, and I didn't see a boat. So after I heard the single gunshot, I went home. Interesting. So he only heard one gunshot. You didn't hear like the two, and then there was 3 shots from the gun. Interesting.
That was unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case,
Praise Gaming, thank you for the follow.
In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. 1 second. Sorry, guys, just gotta turn my AC off. It's a little nippy in here. I got another text from got another message from a bot on here. Isn't that cool? I'll take the fake follow. I'm not gonna reply.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
I feel like that's the game telling me not to press every single question. But I'm gonna do it anyway.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin.
Well,
okay. First of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on the boat at such a late hour? Let me save. Looking for something? Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it that you were looking for?
What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for his Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Excuse me. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was about 12, yeah.
You're not sure?
Yeah, don't give me that face. What is some sort of human sundial, okay? These watches these days, Larry. Gotta move this over just a bit. It's getting in like the way of like the controller a little. Sorry, it's gonna be a little further, guys. And where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't sure. I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. That's big news. Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, alright?
mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. That's big right there. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry. Wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Alright, so I mean... So am I like... So am I like having to like prove that there was a boat on the lake? Oh, wait a minute. Before, let me save. I think he might have his time messed up. Yeah, figured. What do you mean, like? Oh, like, I'm trying to find contradictions, but like... Let me see. I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing here. Am I supposed to be proving that his testimony is correct? Or am I supposed to be proving that there's holes in his testimony? He said he was back at around 12. I mean, there very well might not have been a boat whenever he was leaving, because the photo was taken at 12:15. There's an empty lake at 11:50. Wait a minute. I feel like I was on the right track there. Yeah, but with the gunshot was at 12:15. The lake was empty up to that point. That's why I'm like... Yeah, it says right here that the fucking lake was empty at 11:50. He said he got back at 12. This should be evidence. How is that not fucking contradictory? I'm sorry. Am I going crazy here? The guy says he was out on the lake from like 11 to midnight, and it says right fucking here at 11:50 that the photo was taken of an empty fucking lake. How is that not contradictory? Am I going crazy here? Thinking that photo with last statement. Yeah. That contradicts everything! The fucking gunshot's at 12:15. He was gone by like 12. Let me look at... Because there was a part where... Yeah, he's not even sure. There was something that he had said that, like, Phoenix went, Heard one bang, right? Yeah. No boat because it wasn't time yet. So he was back at around midnight. How could he have heard a bang? It's getting on my nerves, man. Wasn't Larry back on land by 12, though? Since he spent about an hour on the lake looking for the balloons. So if the photo was at 12:15... Pretty sure before... I think he said he was back on land at midnight. Around what time was that? Yeah, he said he was searching for an hour. I guess it was around 12. I mean, that could be... I don't think he has his time right. It could be less, but it also could be more. I heard this bang. I refuse to fucking take a fucking thing on this part. This part's stupid. So you're saying present that with the empty photo? Like, I get what you're saying, Moonlight, but where would I present that? And what am I presenting? Because, like... Because we have the photo taken on 1150, sure. Right? But, like... That doesn't prove that it didn't happen. Let me see. This is throwing me off, too, 3 times. Unless... Maybe it got fired once prior to the incident, because everybody heard 3 shots. But everybody heard 2 shots. This is proving that there was a 3rd. So, okay, so he's saying that he heard a shot. Every other witness's testimony is saying that they heard 2 shots. However, Larry heard a shot at like anywhere between like 11:50 and like midnight, where the other 2 shots were heard in succession at around 12:15. So, like right off the bat, like this having 3 shots is being fired 3 times is important, but the issue is where that fits in with everything. I'm trying to think. You said 1 shot, don't we have? It has to be something with the 6th statement. That's what I'm thinking too. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna... There we go. There we go. We have a statement from Lada. Try that with the 6th statement. I'm not the... It's not the phone. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please! You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Was right about the statement, but the last statement, but the wrong evidence. Yeah, the last statement was kind of tripping me up too, but I couldn't decide what the evidence was. Mr. Butts, what? You only heard 1 gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Huh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude! With my headphones. What? Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening To the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I did not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should we continue his testimony? Continue, right? Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include the details like your radio. Right, leave it to me! I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. It's lonely, being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to All Request Show on the radio, see? I was listening to a real booming loud. Booming loud, like, I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? What's the big deal? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word the witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe his testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the radio. The gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means, when you heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between sounds, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. Almost a meme line, oh yeah. I like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. So you turn on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve, alone? I shouldn't have said anything. That's why I was listening to an all... Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on. Yup. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it. But I remember the moment very clearly. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh? Fine. Very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when he heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. That's huge. Are you sure? Of course I am. She said this. She had this really sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of light in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. One moment without our cat got hit by a car with someone else's cat. Let's go and look and she walked behind me. That's crazy. What's up, loser? How you doing, buddy? Alright, so it's definitely this. No evidence is currently sticking out in my memory. I feel like it might be the deposition again. Yeah. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we heard so far. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Doing alright, just ready to finish work and get on, be on with the weekend. Nice. You have any plans this weekend, loser? Meme line. Order, order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claims he heard a gunshot before midnight? Larry is right. Larry is not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence that there was a gunshot before midnight. This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot that Larry heard just before midnight. I like how the judge is as shocked as everybody else. I heard such a thing, but you know dang well he hasn't seen it all. Order, order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimonies. Bah! You're wasting our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright? There's no turning back now. Do you have evidence that proves that there was a gunshot before midnight? Yes, I do, sir. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, yeah. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Ah! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time that Larry claims. Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering what did happen on the lake that night.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. 25 minutes. I don't know why I'm looking at this. Maybe I should just... Ah!
What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder in this case had the same idea as the murder in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes! If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch. I'm gonna run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already got a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say something that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick.
Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. I don't know where he's going with this.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Test. So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma.
A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into that lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been a suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit, it's hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting.
Excuse me. We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 00:15.
But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. I mean, you would think... Edgeworth and the murderer? I was thinking that. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch.
That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. However, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murder took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Luda! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right. It's... We don't know. I mean, it's certainly just, like, it's certainly this guy. I'm gonna say I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time! I don't know, because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did you do this? Where did he do this? There wasn't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way to the lake, on the lake, just to shoot someone? Maybe I suggest that the real crime scene is not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? I mean, I'm right here, right? Or maybe inside? Loser, thank you for stopping by, man. Have a great rest of your day. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way, he can meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof? Excuse me. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was on the boat, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had returned on a boat? The boat shop! Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Are you sure about this, Nick? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That's when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, this caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then, he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. And then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? I mean... probably Edgeworth, right? No, but... Yeah, I don't think Edgeworth fired the pistol. Yeah, that makes no sense. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot will look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back onto the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Very well.
Let's save again, because we're making excellent progress on this case. Remember, he is left-handed. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. He's definitely a lefty. Yeah, that's a really good point. In that photo, in that, like, shot, he definitely... But we don't have evidence of that, though. That's the only thing. That was just, like, a scenario. We don't actually have, like, a photo of that.
I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Hey, the boy!
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said?
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said is mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir!
Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him, quickly! We can't allow him to get away!
Do your thing, Moonlight. Okay.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Oh, shit's getting fucking spicy.
Yay, Nick! You did it!
Yeah.
Well, at least we got out from that.
We got out from that under that guilty verdict.
What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony.
Larry really helped us out. Sure. Once I sit through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. Just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's on us. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You should try and smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth. No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest, but can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder.
And Phoenix Wright.